Okay, we're gonna do Velocity of Desire because I have not done it yet. I know I'm really behind on a lot of cards. Um, because this looks a little bit spicy. Look at that. Dang. Rosa's hair looks really cute too. Let me know if the audio is okay. It should be, right? On Sunday, Rosa and Artem head to an extremely popular and often fully booked restaurant close to the CBD to meet his junior high school friend and currently professional car racer, Martin. Rosa sees a man the same age as Artem stand up as soon as they enter, and he excitedly greets them both.
야, 은호야, 여기야.
All cute. Seeing Martin's waving hands, Artem nods slightly in greeting and walks over with her hand in his.
오랜만이야.
Long time no see.
오랜만이긴 하지. 마지막으로 볼 때까지만 해도 솔로더니 지금은 여자친구랑 같이 있네?
It has been a long time. You were still single the last time we saw each other, but now it seems you have a girlfriend. Or now it seems you're with your girlfriend. As Martin teases Artem, he also turns to her with a smile. Just like Artem said, Martin has a very outgoing personality.
안녕하세요. 은호 중학교 동창 배정모라고 해요.
배정모. Ah, his name is Jungmo. Okay. I'm Martin, Artem's junior high school classmate. Jungmo. Okay. They should not have a ASMR scene like last game. Yeah, this one is a little bit more like it's not as spicy usually unless you're doing like certain anniversary cards, and this isn't one of those. Hello, I've heard a lot about you. Artem also mentioned you to me before.
정말요?
Ah, really?
우리 백 변호사님께서 또 뭐라고 하셨을까요?
What did lawyer Wing have to say about me? You never expected Martin to be so straightforward and is at a loss for words. Seeing this, Artem speaks up to help.
그나저나 이맘때쯤이면 경기 때문에 바쁘지 않았어?
Aren't you busy because of
올해는
competitions
웬일로
this time of year?
시간이 생겨서 밥을 사주겠다는 거야?
How are you so free that you have time to invite us to lunch?
그냥 몇 년간 너무 빡빡하게 살았더니 좀 쉬고 싶더라고.
It's just I've been so busy the past few years, I wanted to rest.
그러던 찰나에 미림시 친선 경기 시상자로 초대받아서 겸사겸사 왔지.
Ah, but Stella's is holding an exhibition rally and invited me to be the award presenter. An exhibition rally? Hearing these words, Artem's expression seems to shift, but he soon recovers and smiles as he explains to her.
미림시에서 정기적으로 개최하는 아마추어 레이싱 대회예요. 아마추어 레이서들이 참여하는 경기죠.
It's an amateur race held regularly in Stellas. The participants aren't professionals.
그건 여름에만 했던 건데 올해는 앞당겨지기라도 한 거야?
But it's usually held in the summer. Has it been moved forward this year? I am actually in the summer. Oops, I'm sorry, I'm so late. Artem moves his gaze to Martin.
몇 달 앞당겨지면서 참가 신청도 이번에 오픈됐어.
It's been moved forward a few months and registration has opened.
넌 저번 대회 우승자니까 이번에도 나갈 거지?
Since you're the winner of the last competition, you'll race this time too, right? Oh my gosh. Remember the last time we rode in a car with Artem? What? Artem's been in a racing competition before? I mean, I'm not that surprised. Rosa knew that Martin was a professional racer, but she had no idea Artem also participated in competitions. Sensing her surprise, Artem softly squeezes her hand under the table.
지난번에 참가할 땐 아직 사귀기 전이라 따로 말하진 않았어요.
The last time I raced, we hadn't started dating yet, so I never mentioned it. Hearing him say this, she can't help but recall that she and Artem were still normal coworkers back then. She didn't know much about his private life, and he's not someone who loves to broadcast what he's done. And now, she's at least 10 times closer than before. Oh, sorry, they're at least 10 times closer than before.
여자친구분도 같이 계신 김에 물어봐봐.
Since your girlfriend's here today, why don't you ask her? Oh my gosh. While she's still recalling the past, Martin has already moved on to the next topic. Ask me about what? Martin winks at Artem, looking like he's ready for some drama. Oh my gosh.
가족이 있는 레이서는 친선 경기에 참가하려면 가족의 동의가 있어야 출전할 수 있다는 불문율이 있거든요.
Oh, that's cute. It's an unspoken rule for exhibition rallies. Racers who have family members can participate after their family members give consent. Really? Because it's dangerous and you might die?
그래서 말인데 이번 경기 참가해도 괜찮을까요?
So, can I participate in this race? He looks at her and asks softly. Sorry, he says competition, but same thing. He looks at her and asks softly. His eyes are glittering with infinite brilliance under the restaurant's lights. Legally, they're not truly family, but she understands why he's asking her. He's trying to tell her that she's already an important. Oh my god, I can't read today. She's already an indispensable part of his life. Of course you can. In fact, Rosa sensed that Artem's interest was piqued as soon as Martin mentioned the exhibition rally. You must be eager to participate.
고마워요.
Thank you. Artem takes the tablet that Martin hands over to him. The registration page for the competition is displayed there. While Artem is filling in the registration form, Martin tells Rosa about how Artem is on the racetrack.
말씀드리자면
Sorry, how Artem
은우가
is on the racetrack.
경기장에서는 이렇게 진지한 모습이 아니에요.
Oh, okay. Let me tell you, when he's racing, Artem is nothing like the serious person he normally is. What's he like on the racetrack? She's definitely never seen Artem in a race car. When he was speeding before, he didn't seem very different from normal.
뭐랄까?
How should I say it? Martin quickly glances at Artem, then puts up a mysterious expression.
사람들에게 알려지지 않은 본성을 드러낼지도 모른달까요?
He might show something that was previously hidden. Nice foreshadowing.
사람은 생사를 넘나드는 스피드에서 무의식적으로 자신의 욕망을 증폭시키는 법이거든요.
Oh, after all, at those kinds of breakneck speeds, people's desires naturally get magnified. A hidden aspect of his personality. Magnified desires? All right, that's the theme, guys. Magnified desires. Hearing Martin's words, she can't help but feel curious about what Artem will be like at those breakneck speeds.
배정모.
정모. That was cute. Probably concerned that Martin is going to sound more outrageous the more he talks, Artem finally speaks up.
알았어. 그만할게.
I get it,
나중에
I'll stop.
현장에서 직접 확인해 보세요.
You'll have to see it yourself on the racetrack. After Artem fills in the registration, Martin receives an important phone call and has to leave.
미안해. 중요한 일이 있어서 먼저 가볼게. 그럼 다음에는 경기장에서 보겠네.
Sorry, something important came up. So I have to go. I'll meet you at the racetrack, yeah?
그때 보자고.
Yeah, see you then. Artem's bedroom. Since Artem will be participating in an exhibition rally, he needs to go to the racetrack a week earlier for special training. Rosa was planning to go with him, but if they both take time off, then the firm's daily work might be affected. Therefore, after some discussion, she decides to have Artem go first, and she will simply go on the weekend to watch the race. It seems like this is the first time we'll be away from each other for this long since our relationship started. Man, this was a long time back. I am really late to do this card. Hearing this, Artem puts down the clothes he is about to place into his suitcase and pulls her hand to his lips for a soft kiss.
아쉬워요?
Are you feeling regretful? She nods numbly as he sees through her worries. It just won't feel the same. After all, she's spent almost every minute of every day together. Sorry, they've spent. It's so hard to know which you they mean. They've spent almost every minute of every day together, and they've grown accustomed to each other's company. Oh my god. I know I'm so late.
하루하루 훈련이 끝나면 돌아올게요.
I can come back every day after I'm done training. Then we can see each other all the time. No, that's too exhausting for you. Though the track is in Stellis, it's very far from the city center. A one-way trip is 3 hours by car. It would be far too much to go back and forth every day. Jesus Christ, how big is this city? 3 hours by car? I'm sorry, I live in Seoul. It's not that big. She refused the suggestion almost instinctively. Artem also seems troubled and frowns, and she can't help but reach out to smooth his brow. It's okay. It's not like we can't contact each other. Besides, we'll both be busy during the day. 5 days will pass by in a flash. Though she says this, she's wondering whether she can get off work one day early to go see him. Seeing that she's determined, Artem doesn't insist anymore either. He just softly brushes back the hair hanging over her forehead and sighs.
매일 전화할게요.
I'll call you every day. Deal. God, I love his voice. Thursday arrives in the blink of an eye, and Artem's special training also nears its end. For the past few days, she's been rushing at work as much as she can, finally managing to finish work one day early. This way, I can see Artem tomorrow. Just as she's feeling happy, her phone starts to vibrate. It's Artem calling her. He rarely calls me right on the hour. She answers the call, and his familiar voice sounds in her ear, closing the distance between the two of them.
나예요. 퇴근했어요?
It's me. Are you off work? Just about ready to pack up. What about you? Is everything going well?
네. 오늘 훈련이 막 끝났어요.
Yes, training's almost done.
지금 진짜 예쁜 곳에 와 있어요. 나중에 경기 끝나면 같이 와요.
I'm at a really beautiful place right now. After the race, let's go together. Perhaps due to how she's hearing him over the phone, she can't help but feel that Artem's voice right now sounds rather intimate. That would be great. I'm looking forward to it. He could have said that once I got to the racetrack.
뭐 딱히 특별한 일은 없는 것 같아요.
I don't have anything special to say.
그럼 이만
Sorry.
끊을게요.
I think that would be better.
조심히 가요.
I don't have anything in particular to say. He just missed her. That's so cute. That's all for now. Be safe on the way home. Okay, you too. Don't exhaust yourself. Artem doesn't reply. After a few seconds, she seems to hear the sound of his breathing through the phone. Artem?
그냥 생각했던 것보다 당신이 너무 보고 싶어서요.
I just miss you a lot more than I expected to. Oh. Cute. Maybe it's because they've been together for so long, but she rarely hears Artem confess how much he misses her these days. Actually, I've missed you too.
그쵸. 시간이 다 돼서 이만 가봐야 할 것 같아요.
Right. It's about time for me to go back. Okay, take care. We'll see each other soon. She's gonna surprise him, right? Oh! I think it's coming. We're gonna get to see Artem cosplaying as Hiroyui. The next day, she takes the earliest bus to the racetrack and leaves her luggage at the reception to have an easier time seeing Artem. Since she contacted Artem before, she knows he should be at the car wash zone right now. However, no wonder this is Stellis' biggest racetrack. Just in terms of the car wash area, it has 12 zones on its own. She has no choice but to look for Artem in all of these zones, from the closest to the farthest. Just as she's about to reach the end of the racetrack, she suddenly sees a familiar figure. Of course, he's at the end. Oh my gosh. I forget how much they love Artem's butt. Artem is holding a high-pressure hose under the sun, his expression intent as he examines the engine of the rally vehicle in front of him. Oh, it's a hose that he's holding. I see. Maybe. His soft hair dances in the wind, and the corners of his lips are tilted upwards, as if washing the car is a really fun activity. Perhaps fearing that washing the car would dirty his clothes, he specifically put on an outfit different from his usual. Ooh. Those marks under the vest, could they be from last time? I didn't expect them to linger for so long. I hope no one noticed. Rosa! Rosa, what have you been doing? Oh my gosh. Well, now we know that Rosa bites, or at least sucks. Jesus Christ. Artem's arm muscles seem to be firmer than the last time I touched them. I can't wait to test how they feel. Oh my gosh. Girl, please. Wow, this is just Rosa being horny on me. She withdraws her gaze and approaches Artem, one step after another. Oh my gosh, I love how they had him glance over at her. Also, wow, they animated the sweat dripping down too. Just as she's about to reach him, he senses something and looks up. The moment their gazes meet, a hint of surprise is clear in Artem's eyes, like dazzling light reflected off of a lake's surface.
여긴 웬일이에요?
Why are you here?
내일 온다고 하지 않았어요?
I thought you were coming tomorrow. The intense emotional reaction from Artem, who is usually reserved, makes her happy. Tomorrow's the competition. As a family member, shouldn't I be here one day earlier to cheer you on?
가족.
Family. That word seems to take Artem by surprise. He repeats it to himself in a low voice, the corners of his lips curling upward.
거기 그대로 있어요.
Stay right where
금방
you are.
마무리하고 갈게요.
I'll finish up, and come over. Oh! Man, sorry, I was just reminded of a BL that I read. And I really hope what's his face can get his family at the end. Okay. No, you keep working. I'll head over to help. Tomorrow's the competition. She doesn't want her arrival to affect Artem in any way whatsoever.
잠깐만요. 오지
Wait.
말아요.
Don't come over here.
지금 지저분하기도 하고
It's dirty
바닥이
and
온통 물이라.
the floor is covered in water. Before he can finish, she steps into the flowing water and the white foam on the surface gathers around her shoes. Oh, they animated him shaking his head too. The expression on his face changes from surprise to helplessness and finally settles on pleasure. His gaze is burning when her eyes meet his.
당신이 먼저 다가온 거예요?
You're the one who took the first step. Eh? While she's still recovering from her shock, Artem puts down the high-pressure water hose and walks quickly towards her, then envelops her in a gentle hug before she realizes what's going on. Oh, I love how he said that. Like, so it was very easy to tell what he was going to do. Perhaps due to his daily training, his whole person seems rather unfamiliar, and he exudes a kind of attraction unlike before. Even his actions seem more passionate than before. His lips tickle her neck, spreading heat wherever they touch. Oh my gosh, I love cards like this. It reminds me also of Zayn, because you know how Zayn is normally like very reserved, but like every now and then he'll just, like when he got drunk off of that one chocolate, he gives in to his desires. I hope that's the theme of this card. She obeys her innermost desires and hugs him back. She can't help but shiver when the imagined form of his body is finally within reach of her fingertips. Artem. Outside. The sounds of chatting float up from the car wash area and she reminds him of their location in a low voice.
먼저 다가온 건 당신이면서 왜 뒷걸음질을 쳐요?
You're the one who approached me first. Why are you backing down?
조금만 더 안아줘요.
Let me hug you a little longer.
데려다 줄게요.
Then I'll take you back to the hotel. Sir. Hearing that he wants to take her back to the hotel, she raises her hand in objection and blurts out her thoughts. I don't need rest and I don't want to go back to the hotel. Artem smiles and loosens his embrace. His eyes are smiling as he helplessly tucks stray strands of hair behind her ears.
그럼 뭐 하고 싶어요?
Then what do you want to do? However, before she can say, I want to wash the car with you, she's interrupted by a commotion. Seems like someone has accidentally let go of their hose. The out-of-control hose instantly turns into a writhing water snake, drenching the two of them in spraying water. Amidst the chaos, Artem covers her and drags her to a safe area, away from the artificial rain. He keeps her within his arms during the commotion and guards her against the water.
괜찮아요?
Are you okay?
어디 다치진 않았어요?
You're not hurt anywhere, are you? I'm fine. You were protecting me after all. It's just that my top got a little wet.
다행이에요.
That's a relief. Artem sighs softly and looks over the scene as he frowns.
일단 호텔로 돌아가서 옷부터 갈아입어요.
Let's get back to the hotel first and change. Okay. Hotel. The organizer specifically booked single suites for the participating drivers. Signs of Artem's everyday life are everywhere in the suites, probably due to him having already stayed here for a few days. His laptop, tablet, and the books he usually reads, these ordinary items are giving her a strange sense of familiarity, as if she's returned home. However, when she moves her gaze back, she suddenly recalls something important. Oh no, my luggage is still at the reception. That means she doesn't have any clothes to change into. Artem smiles when he hears this. He turns and opens the wardrobe and takes out his own clothes.
일단 내 옷 입고 있어요.
First, you can just wear my clothes. Oh my god, is Artem gonna get to see Like Rosa in the boyfriend shirt. Oh my god. I want to see Rosa in the boyfriend shirt. God damn it. Show that to us. Oh.
감기 걸리겠어요. 일단 옷부터 갈아입어요.
You're going to catch a cold, so first just put these on. She nods and Artem puts the clothes next to the bed. He then turns and softly helps her to close the door. She fumbles and puts on Artem's clothes. The shirt is very long and covers her thighs. Ah! It looks fine on Artem, but it's so big on me, it's almost covering my skirt. Why hasn't... Where is the fan art or something on this? I need to see Rosa in the boyfriend shirt.
다 갈아입었어요?
Have you finished changing? Yeah, I'm done. I'm coming out now. Oh my god, Artem's gonna lose his shit. She walks out of the bedroom and finds that Artem has taken off his wet shirt and the smooth lines of his muscles are exposed to the air. The ends of his hair are still dripping with water. She recalls that he was totally exposed to the water hose in order to protect her back then. Seeing her here, Artem smiles and passes her a cup of steaming ginger tea.
생강차예요.
Oh my god,
따뜻할 때 마셔요.
I forgot that they have skins like this. Wow. I made you some ginger tea. Careful, it's still hot. Fan artist, you have failed us. I know, right? But here, Kathy, you can look at this instead. Oh my gosh. She takes the tea, but she can't just ignore the fact that Artem is walking around her shirtless. Artem, why haven't you changed into new clothes? It seems like Artem only realizes he isn't wearing a shirt after she's asked this question.
깜빡했어요.
I forgot.
방금 바로 샤워하려고 벗은 건데.
I was gonna take a bath, so I took off my clothes. You have a hoodie that Beck likes to wear. Aw, that's cute. That's definitely boyfriend clothes. But you got distracted with making the ginger tea and forgot to take a bath? Artem is going to race tomorrow. He can't catch a cold. Perhaps sensing her worry, Artem gently caresses her face.
걱정 말아요.
Don't worry.
오늘은 날씨가 더운데다가 아주 잠깐이니 괜찮을 거예요.
The weather's quite hot today, and it's just been a little while, so I'll be fine. Seeing that Artem doesn't seem to care, she puts down the ginger tea and turns on the bathtub faucet using the remote control, urging Artem to take a bath. Go and take a bath.
서두를 필요 없어요.
I don't need to
방금
rush.
호텔 직원한테 연락해서 캐리어를 가져다 달라고 했으니까
I just
금방 올 거예요.
contacted the hotel to help bring your luggage over. It'll be here in a few moments. No, you're going to race tomorrow. If you catch a cold and it negatively affects your score, that won't be worth it. Just as Artem is about to be pushed into the bathroom, she hears the sound of knocking.
호텔 직원일 거예요. 다녀올 테니까 잠깐만 있어요.
That's probably the service staff. I'll be right back, so wait a moment. Seeing that he's about to go out shirtless, she instinctively grabs his hand.
왜 그래요?
What? Can you honestly head out dressed like that? I'll go answer the door.
잠깐만요. 내가 옷 입고 가면 되니까 당신은 여기서 기다려요.
One moment. I'll put on something right away, so you just stay here. Why doesn't he want her to go to the door? Does he not want anyone else to see her in the boyfriend shirt? Aw, he's being possessive. Artem grabs her wrist instead and stops her from taking another step. Artem. He swiftly takes out a shirt from the wardrobe, then goes to the door. Perhaps being considerate of how she's also in the room, he only opens the door a crack.
아니 뭐가 이렇게 오래 걸려? 문을 몇 번이나 두드렸다고.
Why are you so slow? I've been knocking for a while. As soon as the visitor opens his mouth, she realizes it's Martin, who she met at the restaurant. Artem ignores Martin's complaints and questions him bluntly.
그걸 왜 네가 들고 온 거야?
Why are you bringing that up here?
오늘 마지막으로 같이 특훈하기로 한 거 아니었어? 경기장에 안 보이길래 찾으러 왔지.
Oh. Didn't we make an appointment for the final special training today? I didn't see you, so I came right here.
엘리베이터에서 내리려는데 직원이 네 방에 가는 캐리어라길래 겸사겸사 가져온 거고.
I ran into the service staff on the way, so I told them that I would bring this luggage here for you.
고맙다.
Thanks.
먼저 가 있으면 이따 갈게.
You can go first, and I'll be right there.
아니, 너 오늘 뭔가 수상한데?
Eh? Something seems suspicious.
참, 이 캐리어도 네 건 아닌 것 같고.
And the suitcase doesn't look like yours.
여자친구분 오셨어?
Don't tell me. Your girlfriend's here? Wow, Martin caught on fast. Seeing that Martin guessed the truth, Artem admits it as well.
오늘 금방 도착했어.
He just arrived.
세차 구역에서 일이
그래.
좀 있었거든. 지금은 나가기가 좀 곤란해.
We ran into a little accident in the car wash area, so we can't hang out right now. Can't hang out? She looks at how she's dressed from head to toe. Apart from the fact that she's wearing Artem's shirt, there's nothing inappropriate about her clothes. To be honest, it seems like Artem is the one who doesn't want to hang out.
에휴, 상황은 대충 알겠어. 하루 일찍 온 거 보면 야근까지 해서 겨우 시간 내셨겠지.
Ah, I understand the situation. She must have worked very hard to be able to come out here early.
에휴, 너무 잘해주시는 거 아니야?
Isn't she treating you too well? Look at his face. He's so unamused.
됐어. 방해 안 할 테니까.
All right.
경기장에서 기다릴게.
I won't push it. Sorry. Not push it. Okay. I won't disturb you. I'll wait for you at the racetrack.
그래.
All right. Oh my god, look at his face. He's so unhappy. He really doesn't want anyone to see her right now. Artem closes the door and softly lets out a breath with her luggage in hand. The originally dried clothes get wet again from the moisture on his body. She wants to urge him again to take a bath, but he suddenly grabs her wrist and pulls her into his arms. Oh! Maybe they can take a bath together. What's wrong?
그냥 내 옷을 입은 당신의 모습을 다른 사람한테 보여주기 싫어서요.
I just don't want to let anyone else see you when you're wearing my clothes. He was being possessive. So that's why he made an excuse about not wanting or not being in a position to meet. She rarely sees Artem clearly expressing his possessiveness. She can't help but think about how Martin said that car racing will demonstrate aspects of people's personalities that are not seen in their everyday lives. Could this be the hidden aspect of Artem's personality that he expresses when racing? He seems a little clingy. Well, he didn't see me, right?
네.
Right. Why don't you go take a bath? I've already prepared the water for you. Artem does not leave as she tries to get him to go away, but instead slowly nudges close to her ear.
당신 옷도 젖은 것 같은데
Your clothes are also wet.
같이 씻을래요?
Do you want to take a bath together? Oh my god! Have they been doing stuff together already? For some reason, I was under the impression they waited until he proposed. But maybe Artem... This is definitely... Wait, I don't remember when this card was released. Surely this is before he proposed, right? No, that's okay. I'll just wipe it clean. I don't remember when this card was released. She lowers her head and feels that her face is so hot that it's almost on fire. Artem has never voiced an invitation like this before. Is it also due to the race's influence? Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess Artem gets more horny as he races. Dude, that's so funny. I guess that was the desire that gets revealed. Just then, the sound of water can be heard from the bathroom, like the constant waves over a restless sea, urging them on with a rumble.
물이 가득 찼나 봐요. 지금 안 들어가면 진짜 감기 걸릴지도 몰라요.
The bathtub is full. If I don't go in, I'm really going to catch a cold. Yeah, go. Take your bath. Oh my gosh. Artem, please. Maybe because Artem's low whispers were too inciting, she finds herself confusedly agreeing to his request. Oh my god, they did take a bath together. Once they leave the bathroom, she suddenly feels the fatigue from the past few days flooding over her. Just from the past few days? She sits on the edge of the bed, exhausted. Artem kneels gently and picks up her still wet feet, props them up on his leg, and grabs a towel to help them dry off. Well, they didn't take a shower though. They took a bath. I'll do it myself. She instinctively lowers her head and presses on Artem's shoulder to stop him. The hair falling from her shoulders tangles with his own in an oddly intimate way.
금방이면 되니 그대로 있어요.
It'll be dry. It'll be dry right away. So, stay still. He skillfully redirects the pressure of her hands. Sorry, my brain like short circuited and I couldn't understand the sentence. Okay, let me try to rethink what's happening. He skillfully redirects the pressure of her hands. His hands, fresh after a bath, are scorching hot as he softly presses on her feet and repeatedly rubs against them. Perhaps because that part of her body has rarely been touched in such an intimate way by someone else before, the strangeness of the sensation seems to be magnified. She bites down on her bottom lip to dissipate the sensations within her that are about to boil over. However, the intimate atmosphere continues to spread between the two, and Artem notices this too. Considering what happened in the bathroom, he clears his throat lightly and changes the topic.
내일 경기에서 내가 이겼으면 좋겠어요?
Do you hope that I win tomorrow at the race? Artem rarely asks about winning or losing. In her mind, he isn't someone obsessed with victory. But if you want to win, then I want you to win. She puts her hands on Artem's surprised face and locks eyes with him. I value your happiness more than your victory. If winning will make you happy, then I want you to win. But if you're only enjoying the process, then I want you to obtain happiness from this race. It's because the most important thing to me is you and nothing else. So, can you please tell me what you're thinking? Artem softly removes himself from her hand. He bows slightly, and his scorching lips touch her knee. Artem! I don't know how to voice act these moments, but oh my gosh. He instinctively pushes Artem's forehead away. He moves with her and lifts his head. His eyes are full of burning emotions.
참여한 이상 질 생각은 없어요.
Oh. Since I'm already participating, I have no intention of losing. Wow. I guess his competitiveness also comes out. The blatant desire Artem is exhibiting towards victory exudes a dangerous allure. Could this be the influence of the race as well? While she's still confused, Artem has already dried her feet. He tidies up a bit and looks at the watch on his wrist.
시간이 거의 다 됐네요. 한 바퀴만 더 돌고 올게요.
It's about time. I need to practice one more lap. She recalls a conversation between him and Martin before, and she realizes this is the final training session he has before the race. I'll go with you. Seeing that she's about to get up, Artem presses her hands down and tucks her into the blankets.
괜찮아요.
It's all right.
졸려서 눈도 못 뜨고 있잖아요.
You're so tired that your eyes can't even stay open.
쉬어요.
Stay here and have a nap.
당신이 일찍 올 것까진 미처 생각을 못해서 싱글룸을 배정받았어요.
I didn't think you'd arrive early. The organizers only booked the single suite for me.
당장 내일이 경기라 호텔 방도 다 찼을 거예요. 그러니까 불편하겠지만.
Oh my gosh, wait a moment. Oh, it's different in Korean, slightly different. So here's what he says. Does not say, I feel bad you have to, okay? But here's what he says. He says, since the race is tomorrow, the hotel is fully booked. So it's inconvenient, but... So he's probably lying. He probably just doesn't want her to move into a different room. It's fine. This room is great. I can feel you everywhere and it's reassuring. Stop overthinking. Go and do your training. He probably just doesn't even want her to move into another room.
알겠어요. 그럼 푹 쉬고 있어요.
All right. Have a good rest. Artem tucks her in tighter and places a kiss on her forehead. See, this is fine, like, in this context and with these two, and also because she likes it. Like, I can't date in real life because this would bother me.
당신이 일어날 때쯤이면 와 있을 거예요.
By the time you wake up, I'll be back. Okay. After Artem leaves, the fatigue of doing intensive overtime for the past week gradually comes over her and she soon falls asleep. When she wakes up again, the sky is already dark. The night lamp is on and Artem is preparing his gear for tomorrow's race.
깼어요?
You're awake? Seeing that she's awake, he puts down the gear and walks up to the bed. He then reaches out to tidy her messy hair for her.
배고프진 않아요?
Aren't you hungry? She didn't originally feel hungry when she woke up, but now that he's asked, she is feeling quite famished. She nods her head, admitting it.
먹을 것 좀 올려달라고 할게요.
I'll call room service.
아니면
Or... Artem pauses for a few seconds, then continues.
레스토랑 가서 먹을래요?
Do you want to go eat at the hotel's restaurant? Judging from Artem's behavior, she immediately guesses he doesn't want to dine out at all. After all, he would have changed his outfit already. However, it's rare to see Artem act like this. I'm pretty sure that he wants to stay in, but I think she wants to tease him. So, since we're here already, why don't we go to the restaurant? I heard it has a pretty good rating. Let me go through my luggage to see what I should wear. However, before she can open the suitcase, Artem grabs her hand and hugs her from behind. What's the matter?
캐리어에 있던 옷은 다림질도 안 했잖아요. 레스토랑에서 먹으려면 늦을 것 같은데.
So funny. Your clothes aren't ironed yet, and we'll be late to the restaurant, so... Artem pauses without finishing the sentence. She waits for a long time, but he doesn't speak. Is Artem waiting for me to change my mind? Alright, I should listen to the one who's going to race tomorrow. You're right, then let's get room service tonight. Hearing this, Artem softly lets out a breath he's been holding.
경기 끝나고 같이 먹으러 가요.
When the competition is over, or the exhibition race is over, let's go and eat there together. Okay, I'm looking forward to it. Wow, he really just wants her all to himself. The day after, they arrive at the racetrack together. Different from how it was before, this place is now full of people, with many cheering spectators as well as racers. The first place trophy is sparkling in the open-air podium. Perhaps influenced by the environment, she can't help but feel excited and grabs Artem's hand. Under his surprised gaze, she points toward the finish line and loudly promises him, I'll stand at the most visible place at the finish line so you can see me immediately.
네. 꼭.
Right. I will definitely... Artem's voice is drowned out in the waves of cheering from the crowd. What did you say? She has to yell to make sure Artem can hear her. When he hears her, he leans into her slightly and speaks next to her ear, and his heated breath tickles at her skin.
꼭 당신을 위해 이기겠다고요.
I'll definitely win for you. When he finishes talking, he leaves in her hands a simple headset with a microphone attached. What's this?
무선 통신 장치예요. 조수석에서 스피드를 직접 느낄 순 없겠지만
A wireless communication device. You can't sit in the passenger seat and feel the speed of the race,
이
but
이어폰이 있으면 좀 더 직관적으로 느낄 수 있을 거예요.
with this earphone, you'll be able to experience it in a somewhat direct way. Great! As soon as she puts on the headset, Martin also walks over. He'd been invited as the war presenter.
백은호 파이팅!
Teguno, fighting!
고마워.
Thanks. After playing an exciting piece of music, the announcement for racers to get to the preparation area can be heard throughout the racetrack. I hope they played
먼저
K-pop
가볼게요.
Demon Hunters. I'll be heading over then. Okay, I'll be waiting for you. As the signal lights up, the race officially begins. The rally vehicle Artem is driving shoots out like an arrow. At first, everything goes smoothly. He passes every obstacle he meets with ease, but as the race enters its second half, two cars start working together to block Artem, preventing him from overtaking them. Rosa can hear Artem's breathing growing heavier in the headset. He's looking for an opportunity to shake them off, but they evidently do not wish for Artem to pass them, even if it means allowing other racers to move ahead. If this keeps up, Artem may be held back by them until the end of the race.
비겁한 자식들. 한 패가 분명해요. 은호를 막고 같은 팀원을 우승시켜서 상금을 받는 게 목적인 거예요.
Despicable people. They're obviously working together. Their goal is to keep Artem back so their people can win and take the prize money. The situation Martin is describing is rare in formal competitions. However, in the Stellus amateur race, the screening and limits posed for racers are not as strict. Therefore, some racers may band together to compete as a group. They often block the racer who is most likely to win and get their victory this way. She originally thought these were rare cases she might only catch a glimpse of in the news. She never imagined she'd see it happening right before her own eyes.
이대로 가다간 은호가 도발에 넘어갈지도 몰라요. 경기장에서 감정에 휘둘리면 위험하거든요.
He's going to get angry at this rate, and it's very dangerous to become angry during a race. As soon as Martin finishes speaking, she hears a sharp sound from the racetrack. The vehicle Artem is driving scrapes against another car next to him. The metallic sparks, together with the sharp noise, make her jolt from the spectator's stand. They needed commas there. Then what should we do?
은호를 진정시킬 방법을 찾아야 해요.
We need to find a way to calm him down. Martin's brows are deeply furrowed together. The race has already started. Even if the organizers were to stop it, they would need time. And no one can guarantee what might happen in the meantime. She takes the microphone and puts it next to her mouth, then takes a deep breath. I know talking to him without warning might affect Artem's performance, but she still turns on the microphone. Artem, can you hear me? Her voice is shaking as she calls out to Artem. However, the only sounds responding to her are the roars of the engine and Artem's heavy breathing. Oh, it's Angie, Artem. Artem, if you can hear me, can you respond? Otherwise, I'll get worried. There's still no response from the headset. She watches the situation on the racetrack and feels a rising anxiety. Victory, the trophy, cheers and exclamations, everything is getting further away from her. The only thing left in her mind is she wants Artem to come back in one piece. The seconds silently tick by. She's not sure how much time has passed when she once again hears his familiar voice accompanied by slight static.
괜찮으니 걱정 말아요.
I'm fine, so don't worry. Artem. She only realizes that her voice is shaking when she hears her own words. Perhaps her words are working on him. Artem's vehicle steadies in speed and no longer dashes left or right. The opponents seem to believe that Artem has given up. A few cars have already overtaken him, and he's unlikely to be crowned champion at this rate. Therefore, they relax in their maneuvers against him. Just then, the vehicles are about to enter a curve.
잘 봐요.
Watch carefully. Artem's voice is drowned out by the roar of the rally vehicle. In mere seconds, he has perfectly overtaken the vehicles in front of him, and once again returns to the head of the pack. This time, the cars behind can no longer block him. Resounding cheers rise throughout the track.
말했잖아요. 당신을 위해 이기겠다고.
I told you, right? I'd win for you. She can hear Artem's confident voice. She knows he has returned to his calm self. Yes, I've always believed in you. Aw, that's cute. The race continues, and Martin breathes a sigh of relief. He then makes a call to the organizers to explain what happened. Soon, the racers who were blocking Artem are called off and disqualified.
친선 경기라고 해서 마음대로 해도 된다고 생각하다니 순진하네요. 저 사람들은 영구 출전 금지 처분을 받게 될 거예요.
Those people thought they could do whatever they wanted. How naive. They're about to get hit with a permanent ban. Martin is obviously very upset at what happened and only calms down after a long rant. He then quickly changes the topic. I like Martin. I hope we get to meet him again.
근데 은우가 여자친구 말을 그렇게 잘 들을 줄은 몰랐네요.
But I didn't expect Artem to listen so well to his girlfriend. That's not true.
겸손하시긴요.
You don't need to be humble.
사실 선수들은 경기장에서 누가 도발하면 쉽게 이성을 잃거든요.
When racers are constantly riled up on the track, it's easy for us to lose our cool.
그런 상황에서 은우가 냉정을 되찾았다는 건 은우한테 정말 소중한 존재라는 것밖에 설명이 안 돼요.
For Artem to calm down in that situation, it means you must be really precious to him. She's surprised by what Martin said. After all, Artem has always been a calm and self-assured person in her eyes. He won't easily get upset and act impulsively. I think that's because Artem himself is just a calm person by nature.
아니요.
No.
아무리 냉정한 사람이라도 생사를 넘나드는 스피드에서 이성은 점점 사라지고 인간의 본능만 남게 돼요.
Even the calmest person would have their rationality peeled away at these speeds, leaving them only with their basic instincts. Basic instincts? Basic instinct. Wait, that's a movie. A deafening screech sounds in her ears at that moment. The rally vehicle Artem is driving only has a short way to go before he reaches the finish line. He's almost here. The news of Artem's imminent arrival immediately takes over her mind. She wants nothing else than to immediately appear before him. As if he's seen through her thoughts, Martin smiles softly like someone who has seen it all before.
가요. 은우 데리러.
Go.
레이서는
greet him.
결승점을 통과하는 순간 사랑하는 사람이 제일 보고 싶거든요.
Go pick him up. The thing that racers want to see the most at the finish line is the person that they love. She nods at him, then squeezes through the crowds and the deafening roar to reach the most visible place near the finish line to wait for Artem. Finally, the car slowly grinds to a halt before her. Artem gets out in the blinding sunlight. Unlike his usual calm and calculated demeanor, he now looks unrestrained and carefree, and even the ends of his hair are shining with a bright light. Aww. The race seems to have freed an aspect of him that he's kept hidden all this time. The moment that they lock eyes with each other, he has already walked in front of her and wrapped her in a tight hug. The name that she doesn't get a chance to say is swallowed by his mouth. She feels her breath being taken away as the sounds of cheers slowly fade. Oh, that's so romantic. Oh, that's so cute. Wow. And Artem acting so quickly too. I really like this card. It really is like nice to see this like different side of Artem. She's surrounded by Artem's presence, and the only thing she can sense is the fierce sound of two heartbeats. Also, yeah, like kissing in public, they don't do that. Like Artem and Rosa, they don't do like public displays of affection very often. That's super cute. She instinctively wants to separate from Artem, but he only deepens the kiss. He finally lets her go after a long time, and the pads of his fingers softly rub at her lips. It feels like her skin is positively on fire. Why all of a sudden? She must be so dizzy.
이건 담례예요. 아까 도와줘서 고마워요.
This is a response. Thank you for helping me. Yeah, not stopping me, for helping me. I like that he says helping. Even if it's a thank you gift, he didn't have to. However, before her thoughts can be voiced, the two are drowned in the cheers that rise around them. Aw, that was really cute. I wonder which chapter we're on. I never keep track. Amidst the overwhelming cheers, she belatedly discovers that the monitor displaying the live scores shows that Artem has won the race. Surrounded by people, he goes up to the podium to receive his reward. As the award presenter, Martin hands over the trophy and places a bottle of champagne with a ribbon tied to it in Artem's hands.
받을만 했지. 우승 축하해.
You got what you deserved. Congratulations.
고마워.
Thanks. Before Artem can get off the stage, the surrounding spectators are already clapping and asking for him to open the champagne to celebrate. Open the champagne? As people look at him expectantly, Artem does not open the champagne bottle. Instead, he walks towards her. He wraps her in his arm and guides her hand to grasp the bottle. Artem, what are you doing? Oh, look at this. Yay! One of the first bits of art. Oh, that's really cute. I like her outfit. Let's go. Yeah. With so many pairs of eyes fixed on her, she whispers her question to him, wondering what he intends to do.
레이싱 경기에서는 우승자가 축복과 기쁨의 의미로 샴페인을 터뜨리는 게 관례예요.
It's customary for the winner of a race to open up their bottle of champagne. It symbolizes celebration and joy. Then why are you putting it in my hands? Artem smiles at her. His warm breath lingers next to her ear, creating soft shivers along her skin.
이 승리는 우리가 함께 이뤄낸 거니까요.
Because this victory is ours.
당신이 날 부르지 않았다면 우승할 수 없었을 거예요.
Hang on. Oh, whoops. The wrong thing.
당신이 날 부르지 않았다면 우승할 수 없었을 거예요.
Okay. I think he said if you hadn't, I don't know what that verb is, but I feel like it's not stop. Definitely not stop. But I think if you hadn't calmed me down, something along that line, I wouldn't have won. I just did what I had to do. Artem smiles and grabs her hand, then shakes the champagne together with her. She feels the liquid in the bottle is as turbulent as her heart.
그거 우연이네요.
What a coincidence.
나도 해야 할 일을 하고 있는 것뿐이거든요.
I'm also just doing what I have to do.
준비됐어요?
You ready? She leans into his embrace and nods softly. Bam! With a loud thud, the liquid frothing with white foam bursts from the bottle and pours towards the screaming spectators. Immediately after, the other racers also pop open their bottles and share their joys as well. The vibe of the race reaches a climax, yet Artem takes her hand and quietly departs the boisterous scene. Ooh, parking lot? He takes her to the parking lot full of race cars, and one of them looks very familiar. Isn't this the car you were washing before?
네.
Yes.
평소에 이걸로 훈련하거든요.
I usually train with this one. I thought you would drive it for the race as well, so you don't do that, huh?
경기할 때 탄 건 주최 측에서 배정한 전용차고 이건 평소에 훈련할 때 쓰는 차예요.
For the race, I used the car assigned to me by the organizers. This is the one I used to train. He then opens the door on the passenger side and gestures for her to get in. She puts her hand on the door, but is in no hurry to get in. Instead, she straightens his collar for him. Oh, I guess they're gonna go to the place he said he would take her to, with the nice view. Don't you have a celebratory dinner to go to soon? Wouldn't it be bad for the champion to leave like this?
아니요.
No.
내 계획에서 레이싱은 이미 끝났어요. 지금부터는 우리 둘만의 시간이에요.
According to my plans, the race is already over. The rest of the night is reserved only for the two of us. It seems Artem doesn't plan on telling her what he's thinking in advance. She has no choice but to get in the car as he wishes. Oh. He drives her to an area filled with artificial sand and coarse vegetation. It's an area prepared by the organizers for professional rally raid competitions. It isn't the racing season yet, therefore, very few people have set foot here. Wild animals can be seen here occasionally, as if this is a truly natural sandy meadow. Upon arrival, the sun has already left its zenith. However, the sunlight is still warm as Artem lowers his head to look at his wrist.
조금 일찍 온 것 같네요.
Seems we're early. Early? She suddenly remembers that Artem once called her right on the clock. Now that he's talking about arriving too early, she has an idea of what he wants to do. This is the place you told me about in the call and said you wanted to bring me to, right?
네,
Yes.
서프라이즈를 해주고 싶었는데 시간을 잘못 계산해서 예상보다 일몰이 늦어질 것 같아요.
I wanted to give you a surprise, but I got the timing wrong. The sunset is later than I calculated. Perhaps not anticipating such a miscalculation, Artem looks slightly downtrodden. She can't help but walk up and lean against the vehicle with him, holding his hand. Then we can have a chat while we wait for the sunset.
무슨 얘기 할까요?
What do you want to talk about? Both of them have been under intense pressure this week. She was engaged in doing as much work as she could to see Artem early, while he has been immersed in training. Now that the dust has settled and they can chat together alone, she can't help but feel very relaxed, and the questions come naturally to her. I remember Martin saying, at those kinds of breakneck speeds, people's desires naturally get magnified. I thought he was exaggerating, but now that I've watched and listened to the race myself, I feel like what he said makes sense. When you were on the racetrack, did you only have the desire for victory left in your head? Artem looks at her, and his sparkling eyes are as bright as the surface of the river far away. This sounds like an interview question. I want to go race now. Do you do car racing, Cappy? It looked very exciting in Ferrari versus Ford or Ford versus Ferrari. I forget.
생사를 넘나드는 속도와 아드레날린의 자극을 받으면 이성을 버리고 본능적인 갈망만 남는다는 건 부정할 수 없지만
I can't deny that humans tend to discard rationality under the stimulation of high speeds and adrenaline, left only with their basic instincts. He pauses and seems rather confused, but his expression soon smooths out.
이번 경기는 달랐어요.
But this race was different. Never raced, but you've gone up to 150. Oh my gosh. That sounds scary. What do you mean?
경기를 시작했을 땐 승리를 갈망했을지도 몰라요. 다른 사람의 도발에도 앞만 보고 달릴 정도로요.
I did want to win at the start of the race. I might have even ignored their provocations and kept moving forward. Artem stares at her as he slowly and calmly dissects his internal state during the race.
하지만
But
당신이 날 부른 순간
the moment you called out to me,
당신이 나한테 얼마나 큰 존재였는지 깨달았어요.
I realized how great of an influence your existence has been on me.
그 순간 알게 됐죠.
I understood in that
난
moment
승리보다 당신 곁에 돌아가길 원한다는 걸.
that more than the victory, I wanted to get back to you. What a good line.
그래서 진정할 수 있었어요.
That's how I was able to calm down.
내 마음속의 브레이크처럼 당신이 멈추라고 하면 멈추게 되더라고요.
As the brake pedal in my heart, if you call for me to stop, I will. At that moment, she simply feels that the evening wind is gently brushing past her heart and bringing her a flickering sense of a fleeting light tickle. Artem's words are straightforward and frank. Compared to his usual reservation and restraints, he even seems vaguely confrontational. She can't help but remember all the things that have happened since he registered for the race. His possessiveness and clinginess all return to her, and another question positively jumps out. Is this the only change that car racing brings out in you?
그건 왜요?
Why are you asking that? Artem instinctively puts on a surprised expression. Do you remember how you gave me a choice regarding where we should have dinner in the hotel before the race?
레스토랑에 갈지 룸 서비스를 시킬지 물은 걸 말하는 건가요?
Are you talking about when I asked you if we should go to the restaurant or get room service? Evidently, Attorney Wing hasn't forgotten about what happened on that day. It was like a day ago, guys. Yes, what were you really thinking of on that day?
그날 내 생각이 어떤지 눈치채고 일부러 그렇게 말했던 거였군요.
So, you realize what I was thinking about, and that's why you said that. Artem smiles helplessly. However, he doesn't seem embarrassed after his plans are exposed. Instead, his tone sounds like he is complaining slightly.
그날 솔직한 마음으로는 당신이랑 단둘이 방에서 먹고 싶었어요.
That day, honestly, what I really wanted was to stay in the hotel room and have dinner with you in private.
그 시간대엔 다른 선수들이 레스토랑에서 식사 중이었을 때라 가면 인사치레를 피할 수 없었을 거예요.
There were going to be many other racers in the restaurant at that time, and we wouldn't have been able to avoid them.
나흘이나 못 만났으니 모처럼 단둘이 있을 수 있는 시간을 다른 사람이랑 나누고 싶지 않았거든요.
Oh, we hadn't seen each other for 4 days, and it was a rare time to be alone with you. I didn't want to share it. Her act of frankly admitting her thoughts actually let Artem seize the initiative once again. Then why did you ask me to choose? He could have just said he wanted to eat in the room.
당신이 나랑 함께하는 순간만큼은 자유롭고 편했으면 해서요.
Because I want you to be free every moment we spend together. It's not an inconvenience. Artem, our feelings are mutual. Even when it comes to something as small as having a meal, I hope we can make the choice together. Hearing this, Artem presses on her hand and slowly pulls it down, then places it into his palm.
하지만 내가 원한 건 그냥 밥 먹는 자리가 아니에요.
But my choice wasn't about where to
당신을
eat.
독차지하고 싶은 마음이었어요.
It was just my desire to have you all to myself. I feel like it's a little bit I don't know, because like even when she said let's go eat down at the restaurant, he tried to come up with an excuse, right? But I guess because his excuse was quite weak and even he knew it, I guess it was like, well, I'm gonna try to express it one more time, my feeling, but if she really wants to go down, you know. But I feel like they could have written that part a little bit differently if they really wanted to show that he still wants her to be free to make her own decisions. Because I think that's one of the best parts of the way they write Artem. For the most part, they, even when he is worried about her, even when he doesn't think that what she's doing is the best idea, he still leaves the choice up to her, right? And I feel like they could have written that part a little bit better. But overall, I do like this showing a different side of him, especially for a character like Artem, who I think most people think is like very easy to understand, and he is. He's like the greenest green flag in this story.
사실 이 며칠 동안 나도 혼란스러워요. 당신을 처음부터 소유하고 싶어 했던 건지.
Actually, he says actually, the past few days I've also been quite 혼란스럽다. How do you describe 혼란스럽다? I've also been shaken up, kind of. I think there's a better word, right? I don't know if it's the possessiveness I've been feeling.
아니면 레이싱 할 때에 상사를 넘나드는 속도에 자극을 받아서 생긴 건지.
Or if it's because of the breakneck speeds of the race.
지난 경기 땐 우승에 대한 갈망뿐이었는데.
In previous races, I only desired victory.
당신에 대한 감정이 더해졌어요.
But this time, I felt more towards you.
선을 지키지 못하면 당신이 불편해할까 봐.
Or my desire was aimed more at you, I think.
참느라.
I was concerned I might go overboard and make you uncomfortable, so I've been holding back. Artem. She struggles free from Artem's hands and once again puts her cheek in his hands. She then looks up at him.
왜 그래요?
What's wrong? Nothing. I just want to tell you that it's normal for lovers to feel a certain degree of possessiveness towards each other. When you have been with me for a long time, I feel like I want to have you all to myself as well. Oh, sorry, when you haven't been with me. So you don't need to hold back so much. Her vision suddenly swirls as Artem places her to sit on top of the car hood. God, how hot is it though? Whoa. Startled, she holds onto Artem's shoulders to stop herself from sliding off the car. Okay, because she's in shorts. So, well, I guess the way he placed her, she's not going to be burning her thighs. But dang, look at this. Has the car been running? I guess it hasn't been. I guess they did probably turn it off while they were waiting for the sunset. Okay, fair, fair. The two of them are so close to each other. As their breaths mingle, the golden light of the sunset pours onto her, as if gliding them both with a soft layer of light.
정모 말이 맞나 봐요. 당신은 나한테 너무 잘해줘요.
Jungmo was right. You spoil me too much. Before she can respond, Artem hugs her waist tightly and his scorching breath is inches away from her. The tip of his nose almost brushes against her nose, the corners of his lips tilt up, and a bold smile warms in his eyes.
방금
Or swims in his eyes.
당신이 무슨 말을 한 건지 알아요?
Do you understand what you just said? Dang, look at his... Wow. I noticed how much more, intensely they drew his eyes here, too. Oh, this is a really good look. Artem raises his head a little and stares at her. His fringe moves in with the wind and shields his ever-darker eyes. She instinctively feels that some danger is approaching, but she's unable to run, nor does she want to. I know.
그런 말을 듣고도 내가 이성을 유지할 수 있을 거라 생각해요.
Then, do you think after hearing something like that, I would be able to maintain my sanity? Or maybe rationality is the better word. Either way, holy crap. Rosa, what did you do? He moves closer without any forewarning. His warm breath is flickering next to the shell of her ear. Then his low, husky voice echoes in her ear.
당신이 나한테 얼마나 큰 영향을 미치는지 과소평가하는 것 같은데요.
It seems that you're underestimating your influence on me. It's a questioned voice with a sigh and an audible restraint. Even his eyelashes are trembling adorably with how much he's suppressing himself. Doing this will...
너무 잘해주면 푹 빠져서 차지를 못할지도 몰라요.
If you spoil me so much, then I'm going to fall too deeply until I lose all control. Artem stops himself, and his bright eyes dim with a hint of blatant desire. He grasps her hand tight and once again gets close to her. The two are so close that they can clearly hear each other's heartbeat. She can't help but want to caress his cheeks, his burning skin, the reddening corners of his eyes. It's not just you who's drowning in this. She softly pulls on his shirt and takes the initiative to get close to his face. Didn't you say before that I'm your brake pedal? I'll stop you on time before you lose control. Oh! Whoa! Lose control with... Guys, you're... Never mind. Never mind what I said. Maybe they will do it outside. She feels the hand he has wrapped around her tighten due to her words. Everything seems to be heading towards him spinning out of control, but she has to say these words. That's the only way to dissipate Artem's worry and concerns. So, before I do that, you can do anything your heart desires. As if a difficult rally stage has just been conquered, Artem's tense body starts to relax. He looks at her in silence and only slowly opens his mouth after a few seconds.
눈 감아볼래요?
Can you close your eyes? She slowly closes her eyes and feels that the hand at her wrist is slowly moving up. Then his moist and heated lips slowly approach and his breathing starts to get more rapid. She feels for the first time that even the setting sun can be scorching hot. Oh my god. Did they just have a quickie on the hood of his car? Guys, I am unwell. I am not okay. Wow. All right. When the two of them come back to themselves, the sun has already set and only the residual red rays of dusk are falling on the both of them. However, right now, they only have each other in their eyes. Sorry, I accidentally missed the sunset that you carefully planned. Artem hears her insincere apology. Literally, sorry, not sorry. Yet the smile in his eyes is as deep as the incoming night. He silently hugs her tight and whispers next to her ear.
괜찮아요.
That's alright.
당신에 비하면 이 세상의 풍경은 들러리일 뿐이니까요.
Compared to you, every single view in this world is nothing but an accompaniment.
그날의 사경이 감동적이었던 건 그때 당신을 생각하고 있었거든요.
Even when that sunset on the afternoon touched me, it was because I was thinking of you. When did Artem get so good at sweet talk? Is it also because of the race? Rosa, you can't blame everything on the race. While she's distracted, Artem leans over and unexpectedly and lightly nips her lips. Ow.
딴 생각한 벌이에요.
That's punishment for being distracted. Oh my god! I like this other side of Artem. As soon as he says that, his heated, moist lips cover hers again. The end. Oh my gosh, guys. They just had a quickie on the hood of his car. Incredible. And wow. I think that was really well done though. Okay, let's do the video call.
좋은 아침이에요.
Good morning.
이제 일어났어요?
You just woke up?
앞머리가 뻗쳤네요.
There's a tuft of hair curled at the top of your head.
안 눌러도 괜찮아요.
You don't need to smooth it out.
이상하기는커녕 오히려 귀여운거려.
Rather than messy, it's quite cute.
글로벌 아마추어 레이싱 경기에 초대돼서 다음 달에 세실라 시를 가게 됐다고 알려주려고요.
I just wanted to let you know that an international amateur racing competition has invited me to Sisira next month.
세실라 시는 해마다 수많은 대회가 열리는 세계적으로 유명한 레이싱 도시예요.
It's a world famous place for race cars.
그래서 찾아봤는데
So I did some research.
그때가 마침 현지에서 일몰을 볼 수 있는 황금기라 관광객들이 몰린다고 하더라고요.
And I found out my competition takes place at the best time of the year to watch the sunset.
그리고 사람을 태우고 참여할 수 있는 경기도 있다고 들었어요. 나중에 당신한테도 속도를 보여줄게요.
And I heard that it also has competitions where the driver can drive with a passenger. That means I can even take you to experience the speed of a motor car race if you're keen.
지난번에 일몰을 놓쳤잖아요.
We missed the
경기
sunset last time, right?
속도도 들어보기만 했고요.
And you only experienced the speed of the race through listening.
이참에 연차 쓰고 같이 지난번의 아쉬움을 달래러 가는 건 어때요?
How about taking advantage of this opportunity to make up for the regret from last time?
네?
Yeah?
내 솔직한 마음이요?
You want to know what I really think?
이 정도 얘기했으면 이미 눈치챘을 것 같은데요.
I thought that you would have figured it out with how much I've said already. Oh my gosh. Flashbacks to Isodan not understanding what Hanjuan meant.
내 입으로 직접 인정하길 바라나 보네요.
You just want me to acknowledge it directly. All right,
얘기할게요.
I'll tell you.
일몰도 레이싱 경기도 다 핑계예요. 조금만 찾아보면 미림시에서도 할 수 있는 것들이니까요.
The sunset and the race are just excuses. If we put our minds to it, we can do those things in Stellus.
그냥 단둘이 아무도 우리를 모르는 도시에서 마음껏 당신을 품에 안고 당신의 존재를 느끼고 싶었어요.
I just want to be with you in a place where no one else knows us. Then I can hold you without any fear or concern to feel your entire presence.
해야 할 일은 아직 많아요. 모든 일에 당신이 빠져선 안 되고요.
There's still so much to do, and I don't want to leave out anything.
그러니까 같이 가줄래요?
So, do you want to go with me? Oh,
좋아요. 그럼 비행기표랑 호텔부터
Alright.
예약하고 나중에 다시 연락할게요.
I'll book the plane tickets and the hotel and contact you later. Oh, that was such a good card. Oh my god. I think they write Artem so well. And he's the best green flag boyfriend.